the running back and leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Reed. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Catch in the middle, it's Canty. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Davison. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab, and he'll run it into the end zone. Makes the quick grab. Turning it on. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's first and 20. Wants to throw. It's Reed. He's got it. And he's knocked down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They just keep firing. It's complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Give to the running back. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short the first down. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Give him 6. Touchdown. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Pulls it in. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles...
Unleashes one deep. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here's the give off the left side. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it to the right side. Hard running there. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got his man across the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had your themselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooksfield.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably... wishes he had just taken the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He'll start the third quarter with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Nice move. Create some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start. They don't. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you know, when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington.
There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Oregon! Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Let's go! To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Canty. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Makes a connection. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Touch. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got it in the middle. It's Gresham. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll run play action. Makes a grab past the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gresham. On the move at the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They're working that left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just... And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here.